guys. Welcome to the live broadcast. This is Linda. This is my partner, Kale.
Hi, my friend.
The topic of the live broadcast is the Indian e-commerce market. Today, we invite our specialist of the channel brands to talk about it. Okay. As you know, India e-commerce market is an emerging market, and many companies are competing for it. It's just like a cake. Every person wants to get a piece of it. So let's start the first question. Kel, can you tell us what's the developing characters of the India e-commerce market?
Yes, actually it's four characters. First one is geography and the population of India. You know, the country land area of India is ranking 7th in the world. Meanwhile, the population of India is 1.4 billion. In other words, India's land area is only 1/3 of China's land area. But the population is almost same to China.
Okay.
According to the United Nations prediction, India's population will surpass China as the world's largest population in 2022.
Amazing, just 3 years later.
Yeah, so the e-commerce consumption in Indian market is still very huge due to the high population growing of India.
Okay.
And the second is female buying is growing. India is a traditional country where men are superior than women, like the past of China. So the population of women's online consumption is very low, especially in rural areas. Unlike the strong purchasing power of female in China, men are still the main force of internet users in India.
Okay.
But recently, the women's are becoming more and more independent in India's rural area. So, the purchasing power is further released, and this will be a high potential purchasing group in the e-commerce market of India.
Okay, so the key point is the female market.
Yes, female buying power is released. And the third one is the proportion of Indian internet users is rising. Before, you know, the proportion of Indian internet users were mainly from cities. But now, the internet users of rural areas are growing very fast.
Okay.
The last one is the proportion of online payment users is rising. It's estimated by 2019, more than 85% of the internet users in India will use online payment method to shopping. So it's four characters of India market characters.
Okay. Can I ask one question? How about the online retail situation in the e-commerce market?
The online retail in Indian market is very small. At present, the online retail in Indian retail market accounts only for 4%, but in China market it's account almost for 20% already. So the growth of the online market is still very big.
Okay, so the key points is the female market, the rural areas, and the online retail business.
Yes.
Okay. As I know, many giant companies are also competing for the India e-commerce market. Can you tell us more details about the situation of India?
Yeah, India e-commerce market is very complex. It has been it has been divided into three groups. Amazon, Walmart, and Flipkart are in first place. But now Flipkart has been acquired by Walmart. Second, Snapdeal, invested by SoftBank and Ali. But Snapdeal has gradually dropped out from the top three e-commerce market in India.
Okay.
So Ali tend to invest Paytm. The third group is Paytm. Paytm launched Paytm Mall to expand market from online payment to online e-commerce.
Okay. So the three groups are Amazon, what about
Amazon, Flipkart,
and
Ali,
Alibaba?
yes,
Okay, three
Alibaba.
groups. So about as the seller, I think they most interested in how to do and what they can do to spy into the Indian commerce market. Do you have any suggestion for them?
First one is choose a good supplier or platform. Second, logistic delivery speed should be fast. Then, cooperate with a partner who have overseas warehouses service, like China brands. And the most important thing is to pay attention to local policies and tax reforms in India market.
Yeah, that's also the key point. As most government may protect the local sellers or the local business.
Yes.
So about the product category, do you have any suggestion?
Yeah, clothing, shoes, and electronic consumer electronic products are the best seller products in India market.
So these features are based on the big data.
Yeah, it's based on China brand big data.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
About the logistics, can you tell us more details?
Now China brand have over 46 warehouses in all over the world. So it's professional dropshipping platform all over the world.
Okay, so how many local warehouses does China Brands have now?
46 warehouses.
Oh, that's cool. Uh, do you have any other suggestions?
Yeah, India market now is in a golden age of e-commerce market development, and with the world's largest population in the future. So, as a dropshipper, we should not miss this market.
Yeah, that's true. About China Brands, do you have any other one to tell our fans?
Yes, China Brand is a professional dropshipping platform all over the world, and we have warehouses and our product supplier and product supply based on big data intelligence tools. So, in the future, cooperate with the China Brand. I think it's a best choice.
Okay, yeah. Thank you very much for your answers. Uh, that's all for today's live
Okay.
broadcast. Okay, bye bye. See you
Bye-bye.
next time. 我天哪！